one of the relatives have been hurt by the police. Maybe someone has been arrested in their family. Maybe someone was taken away in their family. Maybe they've been through some stuff. Maybe they see us on the news doing stuff and they think we're the bad guys. We're all the bad guys. Trust me, I've heard it all. But at the end of the day, this vest comes off and I'm a human being. I go home to my family. And that's what I work for. I work for my family. I work for my family and my friends. That's what I do with them. Yeah.
Can you give us a day in the life of a police officer as far as like what time you have to wake up in the morning and what time the day is?
That's amazing. It depends on what shift you work. I worked everything from morning watch, meaning our morning watch is nighttime. If that makes sense. So we start at 6 p.m. and we work till 6 a.m. in the morning. That's a tough shift. I remember times where I'm at a red light with my partner and I wake up. I'm sitting in the patrol car at the red light. The light turned green and red again. I'm sitting there sleeping. Just at the red light. I look over and my partner sleep too. That's a hard shift. I mean, it's we're human, right? Again, so we go say, hey, wake up, man. Let's go to, it's no longer donuts. Let's go to 7-Eleven and get something to drink and wake ourselves up. So that shift's a tough shift. Like my shift, the regular shift is getting to work like an hour and a half early. Police officers don't wear this home. We have a locker. So you don't always see us like this. We're in civilian clothes like you. I like my pants baggy. I like wearing my Dodger hat, my Dodger gear to work. And I go to work and we have a locker. One thing, we get to our locker an hour and a half early, we get dressed. We put on our uniform. The main thing we put on is this vest, this bulletproof vest. And I thought about that, sitting at my locker. I gotta put on a bulletproof vest every day. Every day I go to work, I gotta put this vest on. And I don't know how many professionals have to do that, but it's just a thought in my head. Most of the time when I get dressed nowadays, putting on this vest and I put on my gun belt, I'm thinking this is my job every day. Putting this vest on, thinking, why do I put the vest on? I put the vest on to protect myself, right? Not many jobs that wear a bulletproof vest to work on a daily, put their gun on, put their ammo on, not knowing what's going to go on out there when I hit the streets. So we get dressed. Me and the guys are shooting it off in the locker room, talking about each other, talking about our music. I'm always playing my music. I'm always playing my hip hop music in the locker room because I like the Dre. Dre's my favorite. So I play him all the time, Jay-Z and all those guys. I get dressed and then we have roll call. Roll call, they give you your assignment. Usually you're assigned with somebody else. You have a partner. Your partner is your ride or die. That's your boy that has your back, right? You're in something, that's your cover, right there. So you usually have a partner. You try to find somebody you can relate to and become, regular partners on a ship. So you guys get your assignment. We get all the information, the wanted information out there, suspects that have done stuff. And then we go to our kit room. Kit room, we pick up our shotgun, we pick up our car. We don't take them police cars home. I wish, but we don't. We gotta check them out. We check all our equipment, and then we're out on the street. As an LAPD officer, we answer radio calls for service. So daily, it could be right out the chute. 211 just occurred. Adam 67 handled. That's us. It could be a man with a gun. Guess what? That's us. We handle it. It could be someone, domestic violence just happened. Someone just beat up their wife or beat up their girlfriend. We respond. Anything that happens, gang group forming right here. Guess what? We don't go this way. Shots fired. We don't go this way. Guess where we're going? We're going to the crime. I don't think we even know the difference. If there's danger, we don't even think about it. We just respond. Right? It could be shots fired. Guess what? We're heading there. We're heading to the trouble, and our job is how we've been trained to de-escalate the situation, stop the threat. That's what we've been trained to do. So time after time after time, that happens on a daily basis. Radio call after radio call after radio call, or you observe something, you observe somebody do something, and you take action. It's not like they show on TV, guys. This cop just did that, right? and beat up somebody or arrested somebody, I ain't coming looking for you. I don't know you. I don't care what you dress. I'm not looking for you. I may be looking for the guy that just robbed the store that's described with a guy with gray pants and a black shirt, and you fit that description. Don't you think I should stop you if you're running down the street and you're sweating? Are you in that general area? I should not stop and talk to you? Yeah, that's just my job. So you got to realize that things happen and we have to respond to, and we have to take action. But that's on a daily basis. This is day after day after day. We usually work 3 or 4 days a week, 12-hour shifts when we're off. That means another shift comes on. The streets aren't empty. Officers work 24/7. So we work at 12, and someone else comes in between. Someone comes in for that other 12-hour watch. So it's never ending. And trust me, if you listen to this radio, it never stops. Stuff happens all the time. You guys see it on the news, or you witness it yourself, or you've seen it yourself. Stuff never stops. So we're always responding. We don't take a lunch anymore, so we're always on call. So if we're eating, we can go and get something to eat when we're clear. But if that call comes out, officer need help, backup call come out, there's a 211, officer's chasing somebody, guess what we do? We grab our stuff and we go. We always back each other. That's why when you go to a scene, sometimes you see 5 or 6 or 7 police cars. That's because we're listening to the radio and our partner asks for help. Guess what? We go. Because I'm not going to fight you fair. I'm not going to fight you one-on-one. Guess what? It's going to be me. It's going to be 4 of us against you. Right? You're the bad guy. We don't fight fair. Because that's how we're trained. We're trained to survive, right? So that's why you see so many officers. Why did it take so many officers to take down one suspect? If they're not cooperating, we're not gonna go one-on-one because I don't want to get hurt. I don't want anybody else, an innocent bystander, to get hurt. So I'm gonna take 4 or 6 of us to take you down. It's just how it works. And that's why you see a lot of times a lot of officers like, why so many officers for one suspect or one guy? That's why.
So basically, it's like playing football, Officer Scott.
Yes.
We're not playing fair. We're out there doing the same thing. We're out there guiding our brothers, just like you stated, and getting out there for the win.
It's a team. It's a team. You guys are a team. You guys got to look out for each other. It's the same thing with our department. It's a team. It's a team effort. Camaraderie is good. I always got my partners back. You always have your teammates back, right? Anything happens with your teammate, you guys are good, huh? You win, everybody wins. You make a touchdown, the whole team wins, right? I arrest somebody, my whole team wins, right? You took the bad guy. So it's the same concept, it's just in a different profession. So you guys got to have that concept when you're here. You guys are young. I'm assuming you guys are 16, 17, 15 years old or younger. Man, it takes that. It takes that. You guys all football players? I'm assuming. So you guys got to have each other back. If there's a problem happening between 2 guys, you guys got to work it out because you guys are on the same team. And guess what? There's no jealousy. There's no animosity against that person. That's your teammate, man. You guys wear that tiger jersey, right? That's who you represent, and it goes on with life. It continues on with life. It doesn't change. It's just the situation changed, but the same concept that they're teaching you football about, it's the same concept out there in the streets. Whether you have your job, you have your co-workers with you, or your family. This is your family, really. You guys got to have each other back, always. In school, if someone has a problem, you got to be there for them, right? They're going through some stuff. Everybody goes through stuff, right? Everybody goes through stuff. No one's immune for that. Everyone has problems. You got to be there for them, right? Someone needs to talk to somebody. If someone's having a down day, you got to talk to them. Ask them what's going on. Be a friend. Ask them what's going on. Like, hey man, what's going on with you? I see you got an attitude today. Ask them. Maybe they're going through some stuff at home. They need to talk to. Maybe it's the girls. We have girl problems, don't we? Right? Everybody's shy about that. But it's true. But you guys are one big family, and that's important that you guys stick together. And that goes all the way.
On the athletic note, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Are you the captain of the softball team?
No, let's get that right. I'm the general manager of our baseball team.
Baseball team.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes. So our LAPD, we have a baseball team, very competitive baseball team. We travel all over the country and we play against other police and fire teams. So me being a baseball guy, I started playing 22 years ago on the baseball team. But we're competitive. We play guys that, some of our guys that play pro ball didn't make it. Or if you play high school ball and you go on to college and you don't make pro, and you come on to the department, I recruit you. And you play baseball for us. I actually run the baseball team for the LAPD. So we travel all over the country and play against other police and fire teams. There's 40 of us. And we're, just like you guys, we're a team. So I pretty much have officers as young as 21 and officers as old as 40 years old still playing baseball. Competitive baseball with the same concept of the San Fernando Tigers, but we're called the LAPD baseball team. Yeah.
On an advice note, before you leave, is there anything that you can leave us with as far as advice?
I hope you guys take me serious and take each other serious, because I remember being in high school. I remember it like it was yesterday. I remember the decisions I made that made a difference in my life. I remember the opportunities I had to do drugs. I didn't do those opportunities. I didn't do it. I just didn't. I just wasn't into it. I never took the guys that were going off doing the wrong thing. I didn't follow them. I wasn't a follower. You know what I'm saying? I had good parents at home, and I respect my parents and my elders. The only thing I have to say for you guys: believe in yourselves. Don't let anyone guide you into doing something that's wrong, right? Because it leads down the wrong path. You guys have an opportunity here to be something in life. Whether you be a football player, that'd be great if you guys could all make it in football. But you got to know the odds aren't too good, right? Just knowing statistically, the odds aren't too good. So what else do you have in mind? What comes after high school? You have to think about that. Am I going to college? Am I going to go into the military? One thing I ask you to do is always respect your parents. Always respect whoever you're guardian. I don't know if it's your parents, your grandparents, a foster parent, whatever it is. Respect your parents and respect your teachers. It goes a long way because it teaches you to be that way in life. One thing I've never done, I've been working since I was 16 years old. I had to pay for my prom. My parents were working, they were hard working, but I worked to pay for my prom. I bought my car, I bought my tuxedo because I had a job. And since then, I never stopped working. I got a job and I always tried to get, to the next level of that job because I was always on time. I was always dependable, never called in sick. And it did me well in life. I'm living a good life right now, I think, for 26 years on the job. So I always say this, I'll leave you with one simple thing. I'd rather be an hour early than 5 minutes late. Remember that. When you go into a job, when you go into practice, when you come into school, I'd rather be an hour early than 5 minutes late. I kept that concept my whole life. And it's gotten me promotions, it's gotten me jobs I wasn't supposed to have these certain jobs, and I got them anyway. I became a retail second in charge. Without even going to school or anything, I became that because of my work or work ethic. So you guys always got to have that, man. Believe in yourself. That's important.
Yes, definitely.
Definitely important.
On behalf of our community in the San Fernando Tigers, we would like to thank you for the 26 years of service and the next 4 years of service. So I would like to leave it on that note to everybody out there. Peace.
We got about 4 or 5 minutes. You guys can start asking questions while we're breaking this down. And then we gotta set those tables back up, guys. And move all your chairs, okay? So start asking questions.
I'll stand up so I can see. Go ahead. Stand up. Go ahead.
What did you like doing about baseball?
What was that?
What did you like doing about baseball?
Oh man, it's the camaraderie. Same thing as with football. Being with the guys, we represent the whole police department. So being with the guys out in another state, we go to New York, we go to Miami, and get to travel and play baseball. There's nothing like it. Camaraderie is the main thing. Being with the teammates and having a good time. Talking about work, talking about the good and bad things that happen at work. People work behind. Go ahead.
While you guys are playing baseball, like you're saying, state,
Yeah.
who's taking care of the city you guys are in?
Well, we go play baseball. We're on days off. So remember, we get regular days off like you guys. I just put in for a long stretch of days off. A week we go travel and then we come back. So someone's always working, but we do get days off. So we rotate around with officers. There's always plenty of officers working. Hold on.
There was a question.
He said, can you find my music? You cannot find my music. It was so long ago. It was that long ago. I made an album. I did make an album. It was a flop. It didn't sell well, but I did make a record. So I have it up on my wall. LP, the spin kind of. I have one of those because we made one. So that was fun. Yeah, this was my crazy experience as a police officer. It's been several. I gotta be honest with you. It's been several. I always say, I thought I seen it all. You never see it all. One time I was in a car pursuit. I was chasing this guy in a pickup truck for about 20 minutes. And all of a sudden, I'm chasing him, and he's gaining on me. He's running red lights doing like 60 miles an hour. I'm like, this dude's gonna kill somebody. So he goes through a red light, and I go through the red light, and the car pulls out in front of me. And I'm doing like 70. And I'm coming up on this car, and it kind of like, I don't know what happened. I think it turned into Matrix. I don't know if you guys know what Matrix is. Matrix is like slow motion. And it's real. I gotta be honest with you, it's real. Because the car pulled out in front of me, and I'm doing 70, and I'm heading right towards the intersection of the car that's in front of me. So I decided to swerve. I swerve this way, and here's a pole. So I swerve this way, and I swerve back. The car loses control. Me and my partner in the car, both buckled in. The car goes out of control. I head right for the curb. I head for a curb, and I'm telling you, I swear I saw this in slow motion. I jumped the curb. I hit a tree. I hit a brick wall head on. The car did a 360 in the air and landed back in the street, in the middle of the street. And I saw it in slow motion. I couldn't believe I saw it in slow motion. I couldn't believe I was still alive. And I was sitting in the driver's seat, and I'm sitting there like, what just happened? And my partner, I had a female partner. Are you okay? No, she's not. She's trapped. She actually, the side that hit the tree trapped her in the car. So I got out. I'm not even hurt at all. I don't know if it was me or no. Somebody got in that car, and I tried to pull the door off. I couldn't pull it off, so we had to wait for the fire department to do the drawing of light. Thank God she was wearing her seatbelt. All her stuff come flying out of her car. Everybody else thought we were dead. The news media picked it up, so it was nationwide news all over the place. Everybody saw it. They thought we were dead. We wore our seatbelts and we survived. She broke her ankle, and they ended up catching the bad guys a couple blocks down. He got out, ran into a house, and the K9 dogs came and hit him and took him into custody. I almost lost my life trying to chase this guy over a car or over a stolen car. But it was crazy because that's what it turned into. It was a life or death situation. I could have easily died if I wasn't wearing my seatbelt. I probably would have been ejected on top of a building somewhere because everything flew out. Yeah. So that's the thing.
Officer Scott, you've been on the news a lot. Because I've seen you chase a suspect, and I'm at home,
Yeah.
and my first thought was, that's Officer Scott.
Yeah.
I know that guy. I went to school with that guy, and you guys went underneath the bridge on
Sherman Way.
Sepulveda
And Sherman Way.
and Sherman Way.
That's the incident I was just talking about.
Oh, okay.
That's the incident. It happened to be, by chance, a guy with a camera, because it was picked up on the news right there on the corner where I crashed. So he's like this. Boom! Oh my God! It went across the world because it was breaking news all over the world. Because it looked bad. It looked like, oh, those guys are dead. They're for sure died. And I don't know. I think God saved me, but I was like, Okay, let me get out and help my partner out. But yeah, that's one of the incidents.
You know
Last
Sophia
question, last
Viegas?
question.
Viegas? No, I don't.
You never went past Plymouth Elementary?
Yeah, all the time.
You talked to someone about needing someone for a movie role, Michael Jackson. Okay,
Yeah,
that was my sister.
really? I actually, oh, that's your sister. Oh, wait, your sister goes to Plymouth.
In elementary.
Okay, yeah, we used your sister for Michael Jackson. For Michael Jackson.
Yes.
That was he's talking about because I'm on a foundation. I'm a board member on the Jackson Foundation with Prince. We're one of the board members, so we do stuff in LA. That's another thing I get to do. All these fun things. This job actually have many rewards, guys. I think everybody that has something trusts us, right? They trust that we got to do the right things. So they have a lot of things. I love your sister. She's a good girl. Yeah, she's a good girl.
Last question, last
You
question.
did football, right?
Huh?
You did football?
I never played football, but yeah.
Football back then, like,
It does. I think it has some similarities and it has some different things. You guys, I mean, who's you guys' number one rivalry right now? Silmar wasn't even in you guys' category back then. They weren't even against Kennedy.
Let's get it.
Cougars. You guys used to compete against Kennedy. It was San Fernando and Kennedy. That's it. You know, and then we get to the championship and those teams on the south there were bullies. But Silmar wasn't even in the category. You guys let them come up.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened.
Silva wasn't even discussion.
They weren't in discussion. They were like a level 2 when you guys we were like a 4. They weren't even in our category, but they now they're rivals. Yeah. Any more questions, guys? Hey, thank you guys.